Alright guys, Dokkan time, and I'm going to have to make this a quick one. This is a dual how to build video EZA World Tournament units for Vegito and Tien. Both units are pretty decent. One is better than the other. We'll start with Tien. Tien is okay. I feel like he needs a hidden potential of additional, primarily. I don't think you should be taking him into super challenging content like red zones and blue zones. His only leader, really, is going to be the Path Power Kid Goku. You can try and put him onto these other teams, but you're actually going to be losing out on his stats, which you're about to see. So, on Super, he raises attack and defense by 50% for 9 turns. He has a very basic kit. And if you don't notice, he doesn't have any actual multiplicative boosts. Like, there's no attack plus 150%, 200% or anything. This is what that is right here. He has attack and defense plus 40% per Dragonball Saga category ally on the team. It makes him very limited to free-to-play units, and even with heavy support, I've tested it up to turn 9, double supering every turn, triple supering even sometimes. His defense is just subpar, below 1 million, sometimes over 1 mil. You can get into the mil range, but you have to be additionaling a lot. You have to have a lot of support, and I just feel like he's lacking excessively. He doesn't want to fight a Turtle School enemy, though. Attacked enemies attack minus 20% for 2 turns and launch an additional super when fighting a Turtle School category enemy. I feel like this means that you could be taking him in Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, or content that will focus on Turtle School. At that point, he might be useful and excel, but with just launch an additional super attack every time the character attacks 4 more times, launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has 70% chance of becoming super, I'm just not seeing his use. As far as like link partners go, you know, most would probably say Yamcha and Par, okay, but Yamcha and Par wants to join forces units with him, so you're hurting one of the better units on the team. So it would be better to pair him off with Shin right here as a slot 1 dodger. Even Yamcha would be pretty decent, and then Chi-Chi also. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be pretty much it for Tien. I'm not even going to talk anymore about him. That's it. If you want to easy him, go ahead, but personally, I think I'm going to potentially hold off. I'm probably going to say suggest holding off on Tien until you absolutely need him to fight a Turtle School enemy or Dragon Ball Saga content in general. Let's move on to Vegito. Vegito is pretty much the main primary part of this whole video. I mean, honestly, if you read his kit at all, you already know how he is. You already know how to build him. You know what he is. 200% leaders, he has basically none. That's perfectly fine. And it's perfectly fine for one good reason, and it's that this guy is a dodge or die support unit. Raises allies attack by 30%, raises his own attack on super. He does not get defense on super. Attack and defense 150, Ki plus 2, attack and defense 150, and 70% chance to dodge as the first attacker on the team. And that's pretty much it for his kit. I'm kidding. Launches an additional super attack when there's a Majin Buu Saga category enemy, and then super class allies attack and defense plus 30%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 3% per Majin Buu Saga category ally on the team. So if you have a full Majin Buu Saga team that are all super, you will have a 45% boost to them all. So, I mean, it's 45%, that's a pretty good boost. Slot 1, you know, he's boosting attack by 30%, that's why it's 45%. So in total, you know, he's supporting the rotation by up to, what, 45, 30, 75 attack percentage? That's insane. That's pretty crazy. Attack plus 50% when attacking, plus an additional defense plus 20% with each attack performed. And then launch an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. He doesn't really have a link partner, unfortunately, which is very weird because he is a Majin Buu Saga category ally supporter, but he doesn't really share too many links with them. Even with himself, he only has like 3 links. So he's a straightforward support unit. The only unfortunate thing is like he doesn't support with Ki. That is his biggest weakness. He doesn't have a very good 200% lineup. In fact, he has like no 200% lineup other than with the Z-Bomb duo, who is Majin Buu Saga. These other 2 units are not Majin Buu Saga, and you won't be helping them out. So, yeah, no good solid 200% teams, but he is still a dodge supporter. 70% chance to dodge, I feel like, is a huge thing. 70% chance to dodge is just such a more solid amount. And if you go full dodge in his hidden potential, I think it could really make or break the difference for being a solid dodging tank. So, that's going to be it. I'm not even going to go for the full 8-minute video. I'm just going to go ahead and end it right here. Let me know how you're actually going to build these units. Are you going to give Vegito full dodge or full additional? Are you going to give Tien full additional and crit? Or are you going to mix it up? What are you going to do with them? So let me know how you guys do that. Have a good day and a good night.